Exhibiting in China taught me more than any textbook, any webinar, or any strategy guide ever could. Because once you're on the ground, surrounded by competitors, buyers, and decision makers, you realize something. Success isn't just about how well you show up. It's about how well you adapt, connect, and follow through. When I first stepped into my booth at a trade fair in Shanghai, I thought I was ready. I had banners, business cards, product samples polished to perfection, but by the end of that first day, I knew I was wrong. People passed by with polite nods. A few asked questions. No real traction, no energy. It felt like I'd shown up to a conversation that had already moved on. That night, sitting in my hotel room, I stopped asking what I had brought and started asking what I had missed. The next day, I did something different. I stepped out from behind the table. I approached people. I asked them what they needed. Not what I was selling, but what they were looking for. That single shift, listening more than pitching, changed everything. So here are the lessons I learned, the ones they don't always teach you. First, presence isn't enough. In China, exhibitions are about momentum. You have to create energy, host mini demos, offer something hands-on, bring visuals that stop people in their tracks. Banners don't talk, stories do. Second, relationships come before results. I learned that the handshake isn't the end, it's the beginning. Most deals in China don't happen at the booth. They happen after, over dinner, on WeChat, weeks or even months later. You have to stay in the game long after the expo ends. Follow up, be consistent, show that you're serious, not just passing through. Third, local matters. My first brochure was 100% English. Big mistake. The second time around, I translated everything. I hired a bilingual rep. I aligned my messaging with local culture. That effort didn't just help, it built trust. When you speak someone's language, literally and culturally, they listen differently. Fourth, competition is fierce, but community is real. I met other exhibitors who gave advice freely, who shared contacts, who introduced me to their buyers because they weren't threatened. They were invested in building something together. That spirit is underrated. Lean into it. Fifth, preparation is power, but flexibility is gold. I walked in with a pitch deck and walked out with a notebook full of better ideas, because I stayed open. I let real conversations reshape how I talked about my product. What I thought mattered wasn't always what buyers cared about. And finally, this might be the biggest one, success at an exhibition doesn't happen during the show. It happens after. It's in the messages you send, the samples you follow up on, the trust you build piece by piece. That's the long game. That's what wins in China. Looking back, every misstep was a lesson. Every awkward moment was growth. And every genuine connection was a seed that, with care, turned into something bigger than I expected. Exhibiting in China isn't just about selling, it's about evolving. It's a mirror that reflects not only how strong your business is, but how strong you are as a communicator, a learner, and a leader. So if you're preparing to exhibit in China, remember this. You won't just walk away with leads. You'll walk away with lessons that will shape how you do business everywhere. And that reflection, is the real success.